New to this update is a buff to the triple shot, which, believe it or not, is the first time this thing has ever gotten changed in the history of BTD6. In 47 updates, this is the very first time Ninja Kiwi has changed it by reducing the attack cooldown but making it $50 more expensive. And additionally, upgrading to Fan Club now makes the attack speed go down to 50%. And also a little bit of a price cut to $7,200. Now on paper, these sound like pretty minor buffs because triple shot feels like it's only really used for the early game. And as for this affects 10 other dart monkeys, so getting the attack speed on itself doesn't sound like a whole lot. However, one thing, if you didn't know already, is the fact that any transformed monkeys from the Fan Club inherits the attack speed buffs of original monkey. So that means, yes, upgrading from a 020 to a 030 dart monkey, it now means that Fan Club transformation is 25% stronger. Just to show you, go ahead and use the ability, get a mid for it, of course, stop the count. We've got 613 pops on this one, 309, and 230. TLDR, just for a very, very small price increase, you get a huge power spike to your fan clubs. And so I welcome you all to U-Turn BTD5. This is another custom map remake, and I want to find a map that was difficult, but also decent for the fan club. So I'm thinking, just get a Dart Monkey army right here. Gets pretty good track coverage. By the way, if there's one thing you should know, this was an advanced map in BTD5. However, I just realized that this map is very akin to Polyphemus that's already in BTD6, and have you know that's labeled as an intermediate, so it really makes you think, huh? In fact, I would argue that this is even easier than Polyphemus because you can put towers on, like, the actual good part, like the bend. Now, 4 Dart Monkeys don't beat round 6, so we actually have to do a little bit of targeting. So how about strong on these couple ones? And then back to first. There we go. I recognize the angles aren't very good, but we'll make it do with it. A 4th Dart Monkey has entered the chat. Looks like that's enough to beat round 9. I'm gonna try to save for Gwendolyn next, or maybe I should go for a saber play and go for the triple shot. Because even dropping Gwendolyn down is not a freebie, and it seems like I can't beat round 10 with it, so let me see how much money this is. 485 on hard mode. I think if I just beat this round here, then we got it. Nice. And just to clarify, no fancy rules or anything or challenge, just simply try to beat this map with a fan club army. And maybe if it's so good, why don't we save up a crap ton of money with it? Because I would say that's the ultimate flex in terms of truly showing if a tower is good or not. The fact that you don't even need to spend, let's say, half your cash in a game mode. Also, I feel this attack speed buff is coming in really clutch right now. Definitely worth a $50 increase. So much so that you probably know what I'm trying to look at my eye at right now. If I happen to survive a couple more rounds here. Bad news, number cocktail, but I got the heated up buff, which is +1 pierce. I think I need for this round, yeah. Cocktail 22, heat up activated, 2300, and ain't no way we're actually gonna get out of this round here. Ooh, not quite, but I got enough money now to, I think, start. Yes, it begins now. I don't know how much I can greet though, so 1 discount. I'll like camo on this one. I guess the extra range can here, and I'll try to build towards a 2nd Dart Monkey right about now. But I will let you know this is incredibly greedy and probably still kills me. Ooh, much closer though. I don't think I can actually get away with a whole discount. Yeah, I apologize. I'm being way too greedy. I always make it hard for myself for some, like, literally no reason whatsoever. Just to shave a buck or two, when I could literally just buy a 2nd triple shot and not have to worry about the round. I would say that's my one biggest weakness. I'm gonna try to sneak it in now though for round 28. Only issue, no lead popping aside from Gwen Cocktail, so round 30 I'm gonna need to put Gwen on strong. And I lied, this map is long enough, or rather let's take long enough that we get the cooldown back. And I think we successfully got away with it. Epic. Now, due to space constraints, I don't think I'm actually going to go for the double Ds, because 1, I think I'm just going to go for the camo crossbow on all of them. Yes, even though Pierce is very nice. In fact, that's what these Dart Monkeys are heavily lacking in. Again, I think I can make up for it by 1, getting primary training. In fact, we should probably save some more money by going for primary mentoring first, right? Provided I can get away with it. But the P-Training buff is huge. The fact that we now have +1 Pierce on all of those projectiles coming in. Now, they did this change with the fan club a while ago, but you can convert more than 10 dart monkeys at once now if you have multiple fan club abilities. However, I don't know how many I want to spam. Once again, not too many of them, ideally. Enough to where I can win, but at the same time, save up a crap load of cash money. See if I can get away with the mentoring now. Nice. And so I save $200+ on each triple dart monkey that I add. Doesn't that sound amazing? Now, ideally, I'd like to hold my cocktail for round 40. What is the first? When does the mob come up from, by the way? Okay, top down. Make sure to target as low as we can go. And I don't think triple shots should have an issue with single target, except for the fact that they do 1 damage each. So that I probably need to add one more to the mix. If you're wondering what this spot is for, probably an ice tower. I think I could use a +1 damage buff. For now, though, just simply adding a triple shot and getting a range on a couple of them should be enough, although barely. You think now it's time to go with fan club? No, actually. Let's go for embrittlement now. I think we can probably get away with it. I know the range isn't, or rather, the U-turn bend is simply too wide right now for the embrittlement to look like it has good coverage there, but I'll take it. Now let me go for Alchemist. It is really expensive, but getting Perm Brew would, I think, literally be a free win, because there's no way I can get enough stronger stims to have Perma Brew buff active, or the Brew buff active on all 10 Dart Monkey plus at the same time. So that 50k investment is pricey, but might be worth it, I think. A bit of a janky early game element, but I think we finally got through the worst. And now Fan Club, and watch as this guy goes. Fairly hypersonic, I would say. So I think you need about 3, with primary mentoring, which gives 10% cooldown reduction on Fan Clubs. I think we only really need 3 of them for very close to full uptime. So I'm probably gonna bank up 3 before going for the Perm Brew first, but of course, let's first get at least 10 Dart Monkeys. I need to add 4 more. Ideally in a range of the Alchemist. Okay, here's 9, and 10 is going to be, sadly, a bit offline. Yeah, not quite balanced, but that is 10. Actually, there was space for Alquith to reach this high up, but notice that there's a line of sight blocker as well. This tree on U-turn, which I don't know is if it was there in BT5 again. I stopped playing BT5 basically when BT6 came out, so any map that came out after then, or hell, even slightly before then, I probably have no recollection of. We are now officially open for business, though. There's 3 fan clubs, and now I'm gonna test and see if I can maintain 3 perma uptime. When I mean perma, I don't mind if it's like a second spaced apart. Timed out, use it again. And look, the next one's pretty much back up in time. Yep, it is perma. That's awesome. Ability now here. Pierce might still be an issue, but again, we got Gwen Cocktail to bail me out. So I'm thinking, in an ideal scenario, all I buy now is Perm Brew, and we're done. We beat all 100 rounds, but that's just a theory. A Bloons theory. Also, I'm an idiot. I just realized that I ended up getting 11 fan clubs, or triple shots, and not 10. So that's a slightly mildly infuriating, at least for me, to see just one loner out there every time I use the ability. To make it feel less bad, okay, I guess that spot earlier could be used for 1 more. How about that? Also, I'm not gonna lie, it's a fairly strange feeling sometimes going from playing Rogue Legends to this, where you get some OP as frick towers, but now you're back to reality, where all the towers are base stats and they have weaknesses. Like, what do you mean a single triple shot can't beat 100 rounds? I thought, I guess I end up kind of getting used to that sometimes, I will admit. Okay, under 10k to go, looking pretty strong. All I gotta do is beat 81 and 82, I think. And it's hard to tell if it's because of the map difficulty, but I feel like I am not having as easy as a time saving up as I thought I would. I mean, we're still black bordering everything, but I find myself needing to time abilities very well. But it should be, again, a lot easier. Oh my god. Gwen did not save me from the pink balloon. I don't know, even though Polyphemus is considered an advanced map or intermediate map, I still think it's truly its real difficulty is advanced, and so U-turn, I think, also is advanced. Let's just say never trust NK's map difficulties, especially when they do stuff like Infernal and Expert and Ancient Portal and Advanced. That being said, I'm not currently sold on this defense being able to beat the entire rest of the game. No other dollar spent. But it is looking a lot better again. After Permabrew. Oh yeah, those fortified BPs are barely turning the bend. I remember around 82. We were struggling hard to them. In fact, a very good test would simply just be not getting a fan club. And seeing how we do. Huh. We're beating it without it. That's good. Gotta use it again though. DDTs. No hands. Well, Permabrew really is the missing piece. I guess the moral is don't judge how good defense is before getting it to max power. Rather, it's ideal. Ideal setup. I guess it's like complaining why your Sun Avatar isn't doing much damage before you get, say, well, also Permabrew and or an Embrittlement to it. But this is what I like to see. Complete shred of 94 without even any thoughts. Not much skill involved other than pressing the button 2 every single time it times out. Looks like it got a bit far there, but that's just because we have literally no slowdown. Pure damage, no slowdown. We don't want to do any support setup today. I want to go full damage. FZMG will be a good indicator if we can beat the bad, and I think the answer to that is definitely yes. 98 shouldn't also be that bad because, you see, the FBFEs get a nice head start, so the ZMGs aren't quite overlapped like usually is the biggest issue. On 98, I lied, it's gonna overlap right about now, but I think the Permabrew Pierce is going to save us. I'll drop one cocktail just to be safe. But yeah, it really is a free win. Hold up, FDDTs? Oh no. Oh no. No. Okay, we're off by so little there that I think all we gotta do is... Oh crap. Did you guys notice? If you retry last round, it seems your fan clubs disappear again, so that's pretty concerning. So I'm happy we didn't brick or run because of that, but that could have been really bad again if I did one thing a little bit off. But it seems like this is indeed gonna work. 72k left over, not bad. I've seen higher amounts before, but again, that usually also is on maps that are a bit easier than U-turn. So yeah, I definitely give my seal of approval for this balance change. I think it did make a difference, ultimately, in winning and losing. Because remember, this setup would have been 25% weaker prior to this update, which, given how close a couple rounds looked, might have made the run much more difficult, or, dare I say, even impossible. Just for fun now, we're going to spend all our money and see if we can this can get to 120. And for that, we're going to go all in on the plus damage givers. Glue Storm, Super Brittle. Now each dart, if it's affected by these debuffs, does like 10 damage each. So multiply that by the amount of projectiles on screen, and you can see what we're building here. All while refusing to build any support. I don't count Glue Storm as support because it doesn't really slow down the Moabs, which is what I would consider support, like Relentless Glue. It's still technically plus damage. And I think we're gonna keep on, yeah, we have like 15 triple dot shots right now. We might try to get 2 perma-fan clubs, now that we pretty much got, you know, the most amount of close to the amount of the most amount of debuffs possible. The fact that we're able to defend such a dense round like 104 is a very good sign. Another triple shot to make it, I think, 16, 17. But I think that's all the Dart Monkeys now that can fit on the P-Brew. So I think I'll stop there and just upgrade to Fan Club or Primary Expertise. I may in fact do this actually, because that's basically getting like, it's basically like getting in the Fan Club with 20% CDR now, and more Glue Storm uptime, and Pierce, literally everything. Can you believe I've been making BTC's videos for, oh my god, it's getting close to 7 years. Close to our 7-year anniversary now, plus or minus a few months, but very rarely have I ever done a fan club strategy. Once again, normally because I think I touch a lot of... I go back to a lot of strategies after I see balance changes on it, and the fact that this took 47 updates for a triple shot buff, which is in turn a fan club buff, is kind of crazy. Oh, so it appears I forgot about these bots, right? You can put Dart Monkeys on the sidewalk. Who can forget that? Guys, the Bloons are so cooked you have no idea. 102 Actually, oh, no, no, no. 111 might be the end. Crazy hard round right there. But I think we might not have enough pure damage for, what is 15 ZMGs. Okay, let's try this again. Fan Club 1, Fan Club 2, with Glue Storm. Let's use Gwen level 10 now as well. That's more Pierce, and 1 more damage. Continue keeping 20 Fan Clubs active. And I think it was just a skill issue the first time, because we're good now. Village range so big now, I realize I can add 3 more triple shots. And that's it for real now. All I'm doing now is upgrading any triple shot outstanding to a Fan Club just to make that one 25% stronger, but I think we've seen everything that we need to see. I think it's always fun seeing a low damage strategy slowly build its way up to being, you know, an absolute menace with the addition of stacking buffs. If we can beat the bad here, we've proven everything that is needed to be proven. And indeed, we can, not even close to. If I kept going, 140 would be a breeze, but I think you guys get the point. Thank you for watching. And I guess if you want to see more funky strategies, go ahead and click here. Until then, goodbye.